Happy New Year's Eve. Here's the thing. At midnight, nothing actual magical happens. And yet, it can. Something amazing, incredible, and powerful is poised and waiting for you to happen. Not because the clock ticks from 11:59 p.m. to 12:01 a.m. Not because the calendar flips from 2005 to 2026, but because you embrace visibility. And we're going to talk about that today. Hi, my name is Steve Kidd. I've lived with visibility my entire life. You see, I see why people are visible, and I also can see why they aren't. If you've ever felt unseen, I usually can tell you exactly why. I've spent more than 40 years working across sales, marketing, publishing, and media, and I've helped over 5,000 authors become best-selling authors with an incredible 100% success. Worked with doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, stay-at-home moms, startup businesses, first-timers, world leaders, Olympic athletes, you name it. We've helped people just like you. And just in addition to that, I'm also a 40-time #1 international bestseller myself. But let me be clear about something. Bestseller isn't the deadline. It isn't the finish line. Bestseller isn't the win. It's the starting signal. It's the place where the race starts. Visibility is the real work. Authority, your authority, is your real asset. And momentum is what happens when you truly align with it. I'm not here to sell you hype or shortcuts. I've helped people understand what actually is happening, why it's happening, why the things don't seem to be working, where the signal broke, and most importantly, what specifically you can do next. If you're here because you feel invisible, you feel stuck, you're tired, you're ready for the year to be over because it's just been an exhausting year. You're tired of doing everything right with nothing to show for it, or at least it feels that way. You're in the absolutely right place. And right now is the time for us to talk, because though tonight is going to be magical, there is no magic at midnight. There's only, in the end, truth for you to be able to truly do and be you. Hey, Martha, glad to have you here with us. Jax, glad to see you. I'm so grateful to have you all here with us today. You see, I love this time of year. There's the old song, "It's the most wonderful time of the year," right? You've heard that. And for me, of course, that's a little extra special because, it's my birthday. So, for me, New Year's Day is really, especially as an adult, is really more special than Christmas. I said to somebody the other day, and this is really, as far as presents go, this is true for my birthday as well, because let's face it, as an adult, we're not going to wait until December 25th to be able to try to figure out what it is we want. If we want something, we go and get it. We just, that's how adults operate. If you want it, if you need it, if you can afford it, you just do it. That's how life works. And so Christmas can feel anticlimactic as an adult a lot of times. And the same can be true with your birthday. You can be like, yeah, I just got older for another year. Or it can be a magical opportunity to realign. And whether you do it on New Year's Day, you can celebrate my birthday because I'll let you. Or whether you instead are doing it, on your own birthday or New Year's Day or whatever that might be. Whenever you celebrate that, the point is we need to take times, and we don't have to do it just once a year. We could do it literally every day. In fact, I would suggest to you this practice. At the end of every day, clear out your closet. Now, I don't mean your literal closet. I'm talking about your emotional baggage closet. Clean it out. Let it all go. Okay. There was a phrase that I was using there for a while when I was living by myself, right after my second divorce and stuff. And I just literally got to the place where I was like, at the end of every day, I was saying, I release all contracts except that I belong to Jesus. And other than that, hey, Delma, glad to have you here with us. Other than that, I release everything else. All of the, even the people, and I had to get to the point where even the people that I was contractually obligated to, and it wasn't that I skipped out on any contracts or didn't do work for anybody. It wasn't that at all. It was just purely a matter of going to bed clear and clean and not dragging anything with you. And when we start talking about work and contracts and things like that, I understand there's some legal issues that may, be intruding into your thoughts here. But I'm asking you to talk about to think about the mindset end of this, okay? And by spending the time to allow yourself to clean your slate, to end of the day clean and clear. Chandler, glad to have you here with us. You can then lay your head down, clear, clean, and released from the day before and everything else in the past, and sleep. Get the rest you need, recoup, let all the parts of your body, reinvigorate, refresh, relax, repair. And then when you wake up the next morning, have the practice of saying and really physically doing the concept of, I'm only picking up the contracts, the agreements, the things that I need to do today that will serve who I'm meant to be in this world. Now, because you're a person of integrity, the contractual obligations that you have with clients and other things like that are things that you can very easily pick up. Okay, but you can also then, and this can be an incredibly cool, somebody needs this, can be an incredibly cool opportunity for you to fire a few clients. And it's really hard, trust me, but sometimes what you need to do is when you're picking up the different projects that you've been paid for and agreed to do, you get to that one and you pick it up and it's like, oh, you just feel it, internally, don't want to deal with this client anymore. That is God, the universe, your spirit, everything all coming in alignment and saying, you really shouldn't work with this person. Gavin, glad to have you here with us. And really some of the things, you can do can be so freeing in that moment because you can actually go to the client and say, hey, here's what I've done so far. This is and I'm not saying give them back all their money. If you've done work for them, you deserve to be paid for what you've done. But you also should allow yourself, draw the line in the sand and move forward. So literally you could do, the reset that we're all preparing for, that we're all getting ready for, because, it's going to be a whole brand new year. And you're hearing people talk about, although I've gotten a lot of emails the last couple of days about the whole fallacy of new year, new you thing. Honestly, I haven't read any of them. But, whether you're totally in the mindset of New Year's resolutions, reigniting, refire, new year, all that kind of stuff, or you're in the mindset of continuation, or any of those kind of things, it's a great opportunity for you to put a stake in the ground, for you to draw a line in the sand, for you to have a moment to be able to reflect and make some really good, sometimes hard, decisions on what should come up, and come forward with you. Really, it's one of those kind of things. Some of those things you really should let go. Most of them, the honest truth is most of those are emotional. Most of those are connections that we have with people that we're still in relationships with, even though we ended the relationship. You know, if you find yourself having any kind of feelings, I mean, maybe other than, fond memories of your ex, and maybe it was a totally brutal, heart wrenching, shatter you on the ground. I've been through that situation kind of deal with your ex. But at some point is when it's the time to just release yourself from that. Unclick from that relationship. It's over. And you've got to let it go. Okay, and so we're poised on the opportunity to be able to have a marker on the calendar, if you will, that tells us we should make that change. And that's really the only thing. However, there is some massively amazing magic that can happen if you let it. My eyes are something and my voice is scary. I'm sorry, my voice is scary. I apologize for that. Really though, seriously, you can let it all go. At midnight, there isn't a fairy godmother that's going to come into your room and bippity boppity boo you and really change everything for you. Gavin, glad to have you here with us. And yet, it's truly an opportunity for you to create magic in your own life. And that's by making the decision. One of the biggest things you need to do to be visible is you need to see how cool and powerful you are. And yes, I'm totally preaching to myself on this. I went through a whole literally review of my entire life and had to reframe most of it because you can see all of the possibilities where I could just continue to hold on to pain and loss and lack and less than. But that's not where I want to be. And we have to go through each one of those, unclick the little, it's like my dog, I take her out, she's got the little hook on her on her collar, and I hooked a leash to it. And as long as that's hooked up, I control. I'm pulling her wherever she wants to go. And of course, she wants to do exactly what she wants to do. And sometimes she wants to get into things that aren't good for her. Or she wants to stay outside when it's time to come inside. Not saying that there aren't sometimes that I'll just let her sit out there. It's fine. Unless it's like 5 degrees outside and then it's like, crazy animal, come on, let's go. Right? But we need to, like releasing the dog from their leash, we need to unhook the leashes from us and let the people who have been dragging us around forever, let them go so that we can let the you that you are, you can shine it, be visible and valuable. Because, and I want you to hear this really clearly, tomorrow is going to be noisy. And it would be really easy to feel lost and buried under the crowd. But you don't need a moment. You just need movement. And with that movement, with that momentum, you can move forward. You can create visibility. And that's what I'm here to do. I want to show you live every day, that like I do, how to be visible by being visible. See, because really, as trite as this might seem when I say it all the time, if you want to be visible, you got to be visible. And I'm just mirroring that for you. And then from there, you just move. Momentum comes from movement. I'd love to help. If you drop the word review in a comment or in the DMs, I'm absolutely here to help you out. I want to show you wherever you are. Because just like I said in my intro, I can help you see why you may feel like the best kept secret and where you already are visible, and very quickly help you have a thing, sometimes multiple things, that you can do to be able to make the difference in this world. Gavin, if you go to askstevekid.com, you can schedule a time on my calendar right now. I would absolutely love to help you see where you are and know the next step to be visible and valuable in this world. You're worth it and you deserve it. Thank you so much for spending the time here with me today. We're going to be back again together tomorrow. Our theme for tomorrow is authority through time. Tomorrow is my birthday. And so, yes, absolutely, tomorrow is the day that that I'm going to be talking about me and sharing some of the insider kind of cool things we want to talk about. Literally being in the media the day of my birth and things like that. I've got a lot of fun stories to just tell you. We might go a little longer than 15 or 20 minutes tomorrow, and that's okay. We'll spend some time together. And until then, until we're together again next time, I hope you're happy, safe, warm, and loved, and that you have an amazingly wonderful, great week.